My name is Miranda. This is going to be a gentle practice to encourage deeper breathing, more efficient breathing, and healthier lungs. And this is Rafi, by the way. We're going to start off lying on your back. So if you come onto your back, and if you have your legs bent and your feet on the floor, hands resting on your belly, close your eyes and just take a moment to notice how you are breathing. Are you breathing through the mouth or are you breathing through the nose? If you are breathing through the mouth, close your mouth. It's much healthier to breathe through the nose. It's our first line of defense. It warms the air, it moistens the air, which makes it much easier for the lungs. It also encourages better absorption of oxygen. So when we breathe through the nose, we're actually being much more efficient in our breathing. Next, how are you breathing with your tummy? So when you breathe in, does your tummy rise? Or when you breathe in, does your tummy go in? If it goes in, make a conscious effort to change that. So when you breathe in, you should breathe in down into your belly. Your belly should expand like a balloon, inflating. And you exhale, your belly should fall. If it's the other way around for you, you are a chest breather, which actually is a much shallower way of breathing. It overworks the muscles around your neck, shoulders, and makes your heart beat faster. So breathing in, down into your belly. Feel the belly swelling on the inhale and falling on the exhale. So if you are a chest breather and your instinct is to breathe in with the tummy going in, it is really worth trying to change this. When we breathe using the diaphragm, we empty our lungs more fully. So as you breathe out, the next time you breathe out, exhale more. Breathing in again into your belly. And exhale more. Really feel your lungs emptying more fully, and you may feel your diaphragm coming up under your ribcage the more you exhale. And then if you take your arms out by your sides, and if you close your fingers and have your arms just a little bit off the floor, when you're ready to, inhale, rotate your upper arms out until your thumbs touch the floor. Exhale, rotate your arms the other way, all the way around so your thumbs touch the floor again the other way. Inhale, rotate your upper arms out so the thumbs touch the floor. Exhale, rotate the arms the other way. So again, the thumbs touch the floor the other way. And keep going. Notice how that really works the shoulders. So this really helps us to stand up straighter, to stand up taller, so we can, again, breathe more efficiently with an open chest. And then arms by your sides. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, tip your pelvis back so your lower back presses into the floor and squeeze your pelvic floor. So there's a sense of together, in and up. Inhale, tip your pelvis forwards so a little arch happens in your lower back. Exhaling, tip your pelvis back, lower back presses down to the floor and squeeze your pelvic floor. Inhale forwards. And just a few more times. This really helps to free up the pelvis, but also encourages an abdominal breath. So as you exhale, tummy muscles should engage, pelvic floor muscles should engage. As you inhale, these muscles should relax. So This movement just encourages these muscles to do what they should be doing with each and every breath. And then back to neutral. The next inhale, take your arms up towards the ceiling and over towards the floor beyond your head. They may not reach the floor. Exhale, when you're ready to, arms come back up towards the ceiling and back down by your sides. Inhale again, take your arms up, over towards the floor, beyond your head. Exhaling to come back down. The next time you take your arms up, over beyond your head, keep them there. When you're ready to, tip your pelvis back on the exhale and peel your spine up off the floor one vertebra at a time to come up onto your shoulders. When you're there, reach and stretch on the inhale as if you're trying to touch the wall beyond your head with your hands. And exhale, roll back down one vertebra at a time away from your hands, peeling your spine back down onto the floor. Feel that stretch in the shoulders, the release in the shoulders. Inhale here. And exhale, when you're ready to, roll back up again, one vertebra at a time to come back up onto your shoulders. Inhale again, reach and stretch. Exhale, roll back down. We feel the length that creates in your whole torso. Space, inhale at the bottom. Exhale one more time, roll back up again. Inhale again, reach and stretch the hands. And exhale, when you're ready to, roll back down. Again, peeling your spine back down one vertebra at a time. This time stay here. Breathe. Observe that stretch that you're creating. Again, strengthen length and space in the whole torso. Try not to let your ribcage pop up. Keep your lower ribs down. Breathe deeply. And then come out of it. And bring your knees in towards your chest and hug and rock from side to side. Give your back a nice massage. And then take your feet onto the floor, but take them about as wide as your mat if you have a mat, or a bit wider than your hips if you haven't got a mat. If it's okay for you to have your hands behind your head, have them here, clasped behind your head. If it feels more comfortable to have them out by your sides, then have them there. Take a deep breath in, and exhale, take your knees over to the left, and reach your way and down with your right knee. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale over to the right and reach your way and down with your left knee. Inhale back up to center. Exhaling when you're ready to, over to the left, reach your way and down with that knee. Inhale, come back to center. Exhaling when you're ready to, over to the right, reach your way and down. Inhaling to come back up. Exhaling over to the left. We're going to stay here this time, so just allow the knees to let go. And then flex your feet, so push away with your heels, and take your left foot and rest it just above your right knee. And that's only if that feels okay for you. If that feels uncomfortable in your knee or in your hip or in your back, don't have it there. But just if you're happy to keep it there, just stay and breathe. And you should feel a lovely length here on the side of the waist. It's a muscle here that can, when it gets tight, it can really restrict the breath. Breathe deeply. Observe that stretch. Take your awareness around your body and making sure that where you are feels okay for you. You're not putting up with something saying, actually, I don't like that. Always in yoga, listen to your body. Only ever doing what feels right. This should feel good. Just observing. Sometimes it can feel nice just to give a little bit of a rub to where you're getting a big stretch. Quite often we have an imbalance here. One side is much tighter than the other. So take the foot off, come back up to the middle, and over to the other side. So again, rolling off the sides of the feet. Reach away with the top knees, the left knee this time. Flex both your feet, and then bring your right foot up just to rest just above the knee. And again, that's only if that feels appropriate for you, if it feels good. And again, you should be getting a good stretch here on the side of the waist, maybe in the front of the hip too. So again, breathe deeply. So again, just observing this stretch here, noticing how you may feel it up on the rib cage too, where it pulls on the rib cage. So when this muscle is more flexible, it really allows our rib cage to expand more, enabling us to breathe more deeply. Notice if one side is a little bit tighter than the other. You may feel you want to go back to the tighter side or to stay on this side if this side is a bit tighter. Just to do it a bit longer on your tighter side. And then take the foot off, come back up to center. And bring your knees in towards your chest and hug your knees. And rock from side to side. Give your back a nice massage. And then we're going to roll over onto our bellies. So if you come over onto your front. And if you come onto your elbows. So into what's called Sphinx. Shoulders away from your ears. And if that feels too much of a back bend for you, you may feel happier to have your elbows further forwards. Make sure your lower back feels happy where you are. If you're happy with it underneath the shoulders, then fantastic. Breastbone forwards, shoulders down. We're going to do a little bit of work here to strengthen the upper back so we can stand up straighter, taller. So pressing down into your forearms and your hands, inhale. Exhale, attempt to drag your elbows back. Nothing actually moves, but you should feel your upper back muscles working. Inhale, relax. Exhale, press down into your forearms and attempt to drag those elbows back. Inhale, relax. Close your eyes and keep going. So each time you press down and attempt to drag those elbows back, just observe how that feels in your upper back. Maybe stopping us from slumping. And relax, come out of it. So coming down onto your front. And if you take your hands out by your sides, we're going to come up onto spider hands. So up onto your fingertips, elbows above your wrists, the hands wider than your shoulders. We're going to come into a version of cobra. So again, shoulders away from your ears. Inhale, roll up into a back bend. Exhale, roll back down. Inhale, unfurl, coming into a back bend. Keep your neck soft. Don't feel tempted to look forwards. You're probably looking at the floor in front of you. Exhale, come back down. And keep going. Only come up as high as your back is happy. So you may not be coming up as high as this. You may be coming up higher. So just to where your body feels happy. Moving with the breath, and again, maybe with your eyes closed so you can really listen to your body. And making that the last time. And take your hands behind your back, clasp your hands together, and then take your hands off your bottom and reach them towards the wall behind you and take them up. up as high as they go. When you're ready to inhale, again, come into a back bend. Stay here if you're happy to, otherwise come up and down. See if you can take those arms up a little higher. Keep breathing, don't hold your breath. It's quite a restricted breath lying on your belly. You'll really feel stretch in the front of the chest. And come down. And bring your hands onto the floor and push yourself into a child's pose. Child's pose is your bottom on your heels or towards your heels and fold forwards. Just stay here for a moment. Breathing deeply. And here the front of the chest is a bit more constricted. So you should feel the breath moving into the upper back a bit more. Breathe deeply. Really breathe into the upper back. And then we're going to come onto our sides. So if you come over onto one side and have your legs bent, your bottom arm supporting your head and your top arm in front. Begin to circle the arms. So when you're ready to inhale, take the top hand along the floor, up beyond your head, opening your body up a little bit as you move, taking that arm back. And as you exhale, bring it over the hip, back over in front to where you started. Inhaling along the floor, up beyond your head and behind you. It should feel good. Exhale to finish the circle. If you have pain in your shoulder, have the hand on the shoulder and circle. That way it's a much smaller, easier movement. But as long as you're happy to have the arm straight, then keep going with the arm straight. Close your eyes again. Listen to your body. Just allow this movement to feel great. It should do. A lovely sense of release in the shoulders. And when you finish this circle, if you take your hand behind your head and find the other hand, elbows facing forwards. And when you're ready to inhale, take the top elbow up and back. Opening up towards the ceiling, reaching that elbow back. Just finding a place where you can let go. Now if your elbow and your shoulder touch the floor, you may want to straighten your bottom leg and have the top knee in front of you, and that just gives you a little bit further to go. But don't be here if your lower back doesn't like it. Stay in a gentler position. So breathe deeply. Use the breath to encourage your body to let go. So again, breathing through the nose. So there's no coincidence that in yoga we breathe through the nose. It really is a healthier breath in so many ways. We can't hyperventilate through the nose either. It's a much more calming breath, soothing breath. Notice how the more you exhale, the more your body will release here in this stretch, in this twist. So really use that exhale particularly. Exhale more. Feel that elbow and the shoulder releasing back. You feel lots of muscles around the ribcage really stretching, releasing, creating more space for the breath. And the more restricted up movements we have in our day-to-day lives, the less freedom we have to breathe deeply. And bring the elbow back up and over. And if you roll over onto your other side, I'm going to swivel around onto the other side so I'm still facing the camera. So again, your bottom arm underneath you, legs bent, up top arm in front. And when you're ready to again, inhale, take that top hand along the floor, up beyond your head and behind you. Opening your body up as you go. And exhale to finish the circle. And keep going. And again, close your eyes if you're happy to. Making sure this movement feels good. Remember, have the hand on the shoulder if it feels too much of a stretch for you. You feel that openness, that freedom in the shoulder and then the ribcage as you move. And making this the last time. Again, when you're ready to, bring the hand behind your head, find the other hand. Make sure your head is neck comfortable. And when you're ready to inhale, take the top elbow up and back. And just again, find that place where you can settle, you can stay and breathe deeply. That ability to breathe deeply tells us a lot as well. If we can't breathe deeply, then just ease out of wherever you are a little bit. Make sure that you are somewhere that you can breathe. And again, if your elbow and your shoulder are touching the floor, straighten your bottom leg, the top knee on the floor, and that brings you a little bit further away from the floor, gives you further to go. But listen to your body. Deep breaths. Again, just notice how on the exhale, just maybe your elbow, your shoulder release a little bit further. Breathing through the nose. And then bring the elbow back up and over. And then we're going to come up to sitting. So if sitting cross-legged doesn't work for you, you might want to sit in a chair for this, but as long as you're happy to sit on the floor, making sure you're sitting up tall. Making sure too that you're not slumping, because if we slump, we really are compressing the whole chest, so we can't breathe deeply at all. So make sure you are sitting up tall. Hands by your sides, or if you're in a chair, hands on the side of the chair. Going to do a side bend here. So inhale, take your right arm up, reach up and stretch, lengthen. And exhale, over to the left. Reach, stretch. Stay here, just allow the left elbow to be soft, make sure your neck is happy. And breathe into the side. Take your inhale down to your hip, all the way up to your armpit. And exhale fully. So each inhale, take it down towards your hip, all the way up to your armpit. Feel that lovely openness you're creating on that side. Long, complete exhale. A few more times. Breathe deeply into that side. Really feel that space you're creating for your breath. And twists and side bends, very good for our lungs, really helping to free up the muscles around the ribcage. We don't do enough of them in our day-to-day lives. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale down. You may feel a bit more of a sense of openness on that side. Inhale, take your left arm up, reach up. And exhale, over to the right. And again, just allow your right arm to be soft so your shoulder is away from your ear. And again, stay here. Root down with your left sitting bone. Reach with the hand. And breathe deeply. Again, take your inhale all the way down to your left hip. All the way up to your armpit. And exhale fully. Deep breaths. Again, really feel that lovely openness on that side you're creating. And then inhale, come back up. And exhale down. We're going to finish off with a few breathing exercises to stretch and to strengthen the diaphragm, so this main muscle of respiration that we have here. And if you are a chest breather and you spend your time just breathing in and up, this muscle will be very tight and weak, so it's not going to be doing very much. So it'll take practice to be able to breathe in deeply down. We'll work on that. So if you can take a deep breath in, see if you can take your breath down into your belly, as deep a breath in as you can manage. And when you're ready to exhale, I want you to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Keep going, keep going, keep going. So keep counting until you really can't count anymore. Keep counting, keep counting. When you really can't count aloud anymore, then just count under your breath, so quietly rather than out loud. Still breathing out as much as you can, and you may feel your diaphragm coming up, moving up as you breathe, and you're breathing out, counting. When you really can't count anymore, take a deep breath in. And just a few natural breaths here. Some of you may still be counting. We're going to do it again. So you may still be counting. But when you're ready to again, breathe in, down, down into your belly. And when you're ready to exhale again, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Keep going. And keep counting as you find you're running out of air, that you will not be able to count so loudly, but keep going. And the nice thing about this is you can actually notice if you are improving, if the strength of your lungs is getting better, that you are able to take a deeper breath in because you can count to a higher number. So keep counting as you need to. You may feel you need to whisper, just counting under your breath. Count until you really can't breathe out anymore at all. When you really can't breathe out anymore, then just take a few natural breaths. So we're now going to see how much we can breathe in. So sitting up tall, again making sure you haven't slumped, shoulders down. When you're ready to breathe in, down into your belly. Then see if you can take it up into your rib cage. Think about the whole of your rib cage expanding. Take it all the way up to the top. And hold. See if you can breathe in even more. Hold. Can you breathe in even more? And exhale fully. Again, when you're ready to breathe in, down, down into your belly. Feel the belly expanding. Feel the breath moving up into your rib cage. Feel the rib cage expanding, front, back and sides. Take the breath up into your chest and hold. Can you breathe in even more? Hold. Can you breathe in even more? And exhale fully. And just take some natural deep breaths and just observe how you are breathing now. See if you can make those natural breaths down into your belly. So just comfortable breaths. And your shoulders should be still. When you breathe, your shoulders shouldn't move. It's a big sign that you're a chest breather when the shoulders go up on the inhale and down on the exhale. Just keeping a softness in your neck and shoulders. So So practice those breathing exercises and it will help strengthen your lungs, your diaphragm. And all the exercises we've done to stretch around the ribcage, really creating more space so that you can breathe more efficiently. If you enjoyed that, please do subscribe to my videos. It really helps me to produce videos for free. Many thanks. Om Shanti. Peace.